Hello, YouTube. Hello to all of my Alipers. Salam and good health and fortune and long life to all of you guys. I have three special guests today on the sound live. This is going to be so much fun, guys. I got Kyle Walz, my Monday
Hey,
guy.
hey.
Kyle is a singer-songwriter, guitar player, and why don't you tell everybody about your latest musical endeavors?
Sure. 2020, I started taking YouTube serious, and with everybody being at home, was working on an album coming out this year of 2021. So I made music videos for every song of my album that came out in February of this year. Album's called Blood Candy. There are 12 songs on there. I think it's 12. It might be 11. But you can catch music videos for every song, and you can stream it on Spotify or anywhere you like to get your music. So that's some cool stuff.
Yeah, and if you want to buy it, just like Eleanor Goldfield says, definitely you can preview it on whatever streaming platform. But if you can, what's your preferred platform for people to get your music so you get the most money?
Um, Probably CD Baby or going through me directly. And if you go to
KyleWalz.com?
yeah, KyleWalz.com, or if you go to CD Baby and search Kyle Walz too, that'll work.
Excellent. And I have one of my usual Tuesday people invading Monday this week. I have Jennifer Valaket. Jennifer is a saxophone player, a flute player, and an all-around cool music teacher. Jennifer's been joining me for a long time, since I've been having collaborations and lives. Jennifer, why don't you tell everybody what you're up to right now?
Sure. Well, right now I'm just trying to think of some new songs to record. Not originals yet or anything. I'm working on that, but yeah, and then doing my usual saxophone choir things, which takes some time. So
Well, that's cool.
just having fun mostly.
Yeah. One thing I'm really starting to work on more is Patreon. Like I've been doing Patreon videos like once a month, and it's basically just been the flowering creativity bonus content. But I'm now starting to put a Patreon video each week.
Yeah.
It's a real challenge for me, but I feel like that's the thing to do. So keep going with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. And
I've been
also joining me today, I have Evelyn Holland, rock musician, singer, and guitar player. What are you up to?
Right now, I'm continuing work on that third record that I've talked about before, and I got band practice this evening, so that's what's on my agenda.
Cool. Always good to have band practice.
Yeah, we're looking at shows in September. I think I might have said that
That's
last
excellent.
time, possibly, but yeah, we're probably not going to play in Portland. Probably Salem to give it for a test or test the waters, whatever.
Right on. Well, that's cool. I mean, I don't know that much about the Portland scene. I haven't been here that long, and I got here right like before COVID. I played a few shows with the Hot Minute, and I played a couple of shows by myself, and that's about the experience that I have here. Because everything kind of shut down pretty quick.
Mhm.
You got here not long after me, right?
Yeah, and I ended up at Rashad's house, as you know.
Isn't that crazy? Way the universe works out. Okay, well, I'm so excited for this show today, and I got a big change here that I'm doing to the show. I just want to share with everybody before we get started officially doing some reaction videos here, sharing music that we love with each other, and music that maybe we've just discovered that we love with each other, and that's the chat. Like at the beginning of my doing live streams, I was a little bit not understanding exactly how to handle the chat, and so I kind of didn't give it enough attention. And so, starting today, I will every live stream for the sound, whenever we're finished with the reactions, everybody's going to take off, and I'm going to stick around, and I'm going to chat with y'all, and I'm going to just go through the chat for super chats first, and anybody of y'all that gave me a super chat, I'll do that first, and then I'll go through the regular chats. I'll give y'all a shout out, talk to y'all. at that point, maybe I'll be able to type a little bit. We can have a little conversation, and we'll end the stream with community. Every for the sound. So hashtag the sound, hashtag Mellify if you want to see my original music and music I've been performing, covers and all that stuff. It's at hashtag Mellify. Just figuring out these whole hashtag things.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a sharp sign. It's a hashtag.
I would prefer if it was called Sharp Mellify.
I know. There you go.
Yeah, but not
Then that way
every.
Mellify be raised a half step.
I actually have a cup that says, I should bring it sometime with the coffee, that says, this is a sharp sign, not a hashtag, the opposite of what I just said. But one of my students got it for me.
Yeah. Well, growing up with a rotary phone, I always think of it as the pound sign.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, we got a big show here lined up. You guys saw I couldn't even fit Jennifer's artist in the title because my title was so long with so many characters. So we're just going to go ahead and dive right in. And you know what? I think Kyle's choice would be the best one to start today. So everybody go ahead and get that. It's queued up. It's Fay Ehsan doing Bon Jovi, It's My Life with drumming. Kyle, why don't you introduce this for us?
Yeah. So Fay Ehsan is from Indonesia, and he is a fingerstyle guitar player, but he plays the guitar. To me, as a guitar player, when you see it, you think, oh, he's almost going to do like a lap steel thing. But he approaches it more like it was a keyboard instrument. And there's an Asian instrument called gamelan. It looks like the word gamelan. So I always forget how to pronounce that. But I think that has influenced how he approaches the guitar. It's really inventive, and he's usually a lot of fun to watch and listen to.
Right on. It looks almost like he's using, I mean, I don't know what the technique, but he's holding it like Eric Mongrain.
Yeah.
Was for the air tap.
Shout Who's out that?
We reacted to him a couple weeks ago. Kyle, why don't you tell him about Eric for a second?
Yeah, Eric, and I made a mistake of thinking he was French because they were speaking French, but I'm pretty sure he's Canadian because after that video, I looked it up. And so Eric, sometime around 15, 16 years ago, there's this video of him playing on a TV show, and it's called Air Tap, and he has an acoustic guitar on his lap where it's upright, kind of like the blues guitar player Jeff Healey, who plays and he's blind. Mongrain taps on the fretboard in a polyphonic style, but it's almost like approaching the fretboard like a keyboard as opposed to strumming it with one hand and fretting with the other. You know, he has both hands going on the neck.
Oh, like there's a jazz guitar player that does that. I think it's Stanley Jordan.
Yeah,
cool.
Exactly like that. Yeah.
Well, I love the song. I'm looking forward to hearing it.
Yeah. This will be a fun one. Fay's he's a fun dude to watch.
Yeah.
Well, this will be my first time reacting to Fay. Is this anybody else's first time?
Yeah, I haven't seen
Yes. I am not familiar at all.
I just got a reaction turkey, three in a row or whatever that means.
Okay, so everybody mash that like button. Give me a thumbs up because we need to get some more people in here. We're setting up. We got a great stream. We got Dear God coming up. We've got some baby metal coming up. We've got just some incredible music coming up. So everybody give a thumbs up right now. Share the stream out so we can get lots of people in here. This is going to be a blast. Any more comments before I start Fay?
Nope.
All right. So, without further ado, Musicians Panel reacts to Fay Ehsan, Bon Jovi, It's My Life with drumming cover. Here we go! was awesome.
That was so cool.
Awesome.
Good pick. That was awesome.
I honestly prefer that over the actual song.
Same.
Oh, man. The technique in that was so badass. I love that elbow bass drum, and then taking that other hand over and flicking that white thing to create like a wood block sound, and then it had this this big long reverb on it that just made it pop, and then the way he was playing the melody and the bass and all that, like it was like. Man, that was, and then there was that one part where he just dropped his one hand down and he just doing everything with the one hand, and I'm just like, okay, yeah, you're just like Alip, just making it look so easy.
Yeah, well, and he's using a nylon string guitar, and those are a lot less forgiving than steel string when it comes like tapping and getting the notes to sound, because it's easier to get buzzy notes. And that was something I didn't notice. The other song I did of his, Pray for Bali, is more like a music video instead of a live performance. So that's the first time getting to see him live, and what a showman. He's almost like a DJ. It's like, well, DJs are kind of spinning virtual disc of music and pushing buttons. How do you make a show out of kind of playing a video game in front of people? And he did awesome. Doing his hand movements, using his elbow. That was so much fun.
He looked like he was playing a video game.
Yeah.
I agree.
He had to have his guitar fastened down somehow so that it didn't like sway, because it was rock solid. No matter what he did, the headstock wasn't even shaking, so he had to have it somehow securely mounted there. But just the sound on that, the way that they engineered the sound was just exceptional.
Yeah, and I like. Because when it first kicked in and the reverb, anytime I hear reverb, I start thinking, I hope it doesn't interfere with the mix, because it can really wash stuff out. And those reflections, and for people who don't know reverb, it's kind of like if you clap your hand in a cave and it kind of echoes, but it doesn't like echo perfectly back. It just kind of shimmers. So when he's playing something or flicking the strings and it gets this little delay before it shimmers, I love how he used that is kind of effect to build the rhythm. So it's really clean sounding, and then it starts to wash like half a second later. That was really cool how he played with that delay setting on there.
And I love that I saw like a lot of the guitar techniques that you taught me, Matthew, with the Alip thing. Like he was obviously using a lot of that. That was pretty cool. It's pretty cool to watch it.
Yeah. What do you think, Eve?
I really enjoyed it. And like I said, I definitely prefer this over the actual song, but it seems like a more interesting composition, just the way it's played here. I maybe that's just because it's like just one instrument, and maybe it's the timbre of the instrument. I'm not sure, but yeah, it was great. And I would definitely check out more of his stuff just based off this one cover.
Yeah, and Alip has a cover of "It's My Life" that me and Jennifer reacted to. So Jennifer, that was actually your pick. So why don't you tell Eve about that, and let's contrast that a little bit different. How it was different and how they were the same.
I'm trying to remember. It was a while ago.
It was definitely a different technique.
Like
Alip was playing this way.
Yeah, sure. He was. And he was using a lot of the tapping and stuff, which was really cool. Some of that stuff that you taught me. He definitely was not playing that angle, and I don't remember him using his elbows. Did he use his elbows like that? I think he just tapped it for the bass. So that was pretty cool.
Mm-hmm. People are saying in the chat that Alip studied Fay and credits him as being a major influence in his playing.
Yeah.
So that's really cool. I definitely can see the influence, although the technique is different. The level of concentration is definitely the same. The level of showmanship, is definitely the same, and the level of complexity of the arrangements is definitely the same. So I highly recommend you guys check out Alip Ba Ta's "It's My Life" for your, so you can compare and contrast it yourself. Or you can check out our reaction to it. The videos on my channel and Jennifer's. You can check that out too and see what we thought about it at the time. Because honestly, I'm not remembering as much, but I do remember. I do remember both of them. Just that whoa, which is one of my favorite parts of the song. So simple, but it just sucks you in. I mean,
but they both make it look so incredibly easy, and it's not. It's really not.
No. Yeah, that hook like that bomb reminds me of "Tainted Love."
Tainted Love. Whoa, whoa. That's a good one. I forgot about that song.
I didn't. Yeah. Wow.
Cool. All right. Well, any more comments about Fay before we move on to our next selection?
I'm good.
I'm good. Yeah.
Right. So, just so everybody knows, everybody who's chatting, I'm going to get to all the chats at the end. New policy as of today. So stick around. If you've been chatting and I didn't get a chance to shout out to you or talk to you about your chat, then that'll happen when we're all done reacting for the day. That's new policy. It's going to happen on the sound all the time. And one more thing I want you guys to know, you can super chat. And if you super chat, then you jump the line and I'll respond to you first. I really appreciate any super chats that you give are going to help the studio to build up some funds so that I can grow and get new equipment and all that great stuff. So I'm going to be paying more attention to the chats at the end. With that said, I would like to do my pick next. I have been waiting to do this one for a long time, and this is going to be some baby metal. So everybody go ahead and cue this up. Now, this is my first time reaction. You all good, Jennifer? It's in there somewhere.
I found it. Okay. Sorry, I had like a few of them.
You guys take your time. I got to talk about it while you're queuing it up and getting it ready. It's all good. I got this under control. So my brother-in-law, Spencer, coolest guy in the world. He freaking would love to come on the show and do this with us, but he's out doing the slaving to the grind for the man thing right now. Love him for it. So he wants this song reacted to. I've never heard it before. I've never heard this band before. This is a first time reaction for me, and this is his request. So we're gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do my my brother-in-law's pick this week because I say why not? I mean, cool. I want to check this out. And I really don't even know what to expect. So the people to ask would be Eve or Kyle. Have either of you two heard of Baby Metal? Have you listened to them before?
I'm familiar. I can't say I'm a fan. I think it's quite cheesy, but it is what it is.
Okay. What about you, Kyle?
I have not heard them. They are on my list to check out. Some Love Bites fans said, hey, if you like this, and then Scandal Baby, they said, if you like these bands, please check out Baby Metal. So yeah, I haven't heard them yet, but yeah, on my list to check out. So I'm glad that you picked it.
Yeah, that's how I felt about Fay. Because, Fay was rising up on my list. As I cross requests off that I've done, then, new ones are rising to the top, and Fay was getting closer and closer. So I'm really glad we started that because, And same thing with Josephine Alexandra. Oh, man, thank you for starting me down her path. We're going to be doing more for her on the sound for sure. And even Little Daisy, definitely some more of that coming. So my wife was like, what, does everybody in Indonesia play guitar like a god or something?
I wonder that.
Like, no, I don't think that's what it is. I think that just there's massive more respect, from the culture and the people than at least from what I'm experiencing in my personal life. Of course, I'm nowhere near as legendary a player as Alip is. Don't get that twisted.
You mean to say America sucks?
Without saying that, no, yeah, more like Indonesia rocks. How about that? That's nicer. Okay, going on with this. So, please, everybody, give me some thumbs up. Let's get some more people in here. Share the stream out. This is a party, man. We're having lots of good times here.
Heck yeah.
We're all ready to go, right? Everybody's ready?
I'm ready. Yep.
All right. So, without further ado, Musicians Panel reacts to Baby Metal, Give Me Chocolate, official video. Here we go. Cool. Okay, all right. So, people are already saying, which is not an uncommon thing on the sound, that I picked the wrong one.
Don't you love that?
That's not uncommon. It's okay. You know, you guys go ahead and say your feelings, because you know I'm gonna do more. I liked it enough that it's gonna come back. Okay, so you don't have to worry about that. Right? It wasn't like there's some kind of like bad first impression of Baby Metal with that. That was fun. So I'm just gonna go first here. I thought it was fun. It was cute. It was like really super like dark and thrashy, and then like the keyboard comes in and it was like sort of like tech poppy, like almost not like dubstep because that's slow, but like this weird like
terrorcore.
Right. Yeah, as crazy synth sound comes in on top of it. I'm like, okay, that's weird. And then the vocals come in and they're like bright and thin and poppy, and the girls kind of sounded similar to each other, at least to me. I'm no expert on them. Like I said, it's the first time I ever heard them. But at least at the beginning, like when the two girls were going back and forth, like they sounded like very, very similar to me. And then the little chorusy thing comes in, and I liked the harmony on it. It was cool. It wasn't just standard 1-4-5 chord changes. You know, the bass was ascending in half steps at points, and it just sounded good to me. I don't know. It was a breath of fresh air. I never heard anything like that before. Sure, it's a studio track. Okay, I get that. I was evaluating it as a studio track. So I'll check them out live. I already saw in the comment people are suggesting to check out concert footage. Live Baby Metal is much better. So who wants to go next?
Sorry. Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. You
are you
had
sure?
it for me. Yeah.
I was just gonna say, I thought they were very cool, very together. It's not my style though. I mean, I just, you know, just not my style. But I really liked how they were together. Like you said, the keys and everything else. And it was, parts of it were really cute and everything. And I mean, yeah, all in all, it was okay. I just, not really my style, but not to
Sure.
knock them. I think they're, you know, they're probably really good. It's just, you know, not my thing.
Yeah, we're doing this crazy variety show on here, you know?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
some people are going to like some stuff and not like others, you know? Like,
I mean,
this is completely different from what we just reacted to.
They're very talented. I mean, they are very talented.
I would say that I definitely sounded pretentious right before the video started. So any of you people watching out there, yeah, I'm admitting my pretension. But yeah, I mean the video actually I thought the video, like the videography rather, what fit the song. So that I thought that was very fitting for the music, even though I wasn't a particular fan of the music. Yeah, it's like it's just not my style.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was a bit too poppy for me, but it was well done. Even then, I mean, the J-pop heavy metal mix, the elements they didn't sound forced next to each other.
Yeah, it was. I mean, it was fun. Like that's what I would put it. It wasn't like serious music to me. Like, and I'm not saying like I'm making fun of it or anything. I liked it, but it was like, to me, it was more like, for metal anyway, it was on the fun side of metal as opposed to, you know, the serious side of metal, if that makes sense.
Right.
It was cute. I mean, you know, they're cute girls dancing around in their teeny little mini skirts. I mean, what's not to like about that?
Well, see, when you see something like this, speaking of cute, you got to say it in a Japanese weabo way. You got to say, they're so kawaii. And you got to have this exclamation. Yeah. I was thinking of a lot of my students. I could play something like this in class, and the kids into anime, into AMV, nightcore kind of stuff, they're gonna go, "Wabo hearts, we hear you." And then the other kids that like grew up on like their parents playing AC/DC or like Radiohead, they're gonna go, "This sounds weird. I don't get it. Is this techno?" You know, they're gonna get so confused. But to me, this is kind of the fun part of some Japanese music is how niche it is. And, you know, I could hear this is like an anime closing song when the credits are running right before they have the little scene that tells you what's going to happen in the next episode, something kind of like that.
Definitely.
But this is completely Weabo check boxes. And, you know, none of you, if you don't know what I just said, then you're going, I don't know. Something
I don't know.
You know. Well, hey, for people, see if anyone in a chat, Weabo. So see if anybody watching, because if you like that song, there's a possibility. I was gonna say something unrelated to any of the like kind of cultural aspects of it. It reminded me a little bit of. I mentioned Terrorcore as Matthew was talking. The band in the '90s, Atari Teenage Riot. And kind of like when EDM broke and we started to hear some of the terror trance and gabber stuff coming from Amsterdam. And then the German take on that. And I actually looked up as I was hearing that song because that almost sounded like a Slayer sample on some of the guitar riffs. It wasn't.
A sample. Like the style was a little bit thrashy at the beginning, and that was why when the techno-y keyboard came in, it sort of baffled me a little bit.
Yeah.
This is gonna piss off all the metalheads that are listening out here, but I mean they did tour with Slayer.
Cool. Yeah, well, and maybe they did. I gave a quick look to samples used in "Gimme Chocolate," and I didn't find a whole lot, but because to me the first band that I recall sampling Slayer was KMFDM. They did back in like 91 or something like that. And I remember being at a club and hearing Godlike drop. And if you guys haven't heard that song, check out the Godlike remix. It is it's stupid awesome to think that came out like in 91 or something, you know?
Cool.
I'm familiar with KMFDM, but I'm not familiar with that particular song. I'll have to go back and listen to it.
Well, and if you are like an old school Slayer fan, as soon as you hear that song, you're like, oh, this is cool. I mean, it's one of those things that it's so much fun, you know?
Right on. Excellent. So we have any more Baby Metal comments before we move on here?
One of these days, I'm gonna do another Japanese band for React or for the panel. I'm gonna,
That's the beauty of this is, every time we get to interject something new. And, I have a whole bunch of things that I want to do personally, but like, I don't know. I love my brother-in-law. So shout out to you, Spence. That was for you. Bow. That was for you. Right. All right, guys. Everybody don't go nowhere. We got to do the Zoom Room Roulette, but coming in just moments, we're going to do the fan choice for the day, which is a double react to Avenged Sevenfold, Dear God, and then Alip's forbidden deleted copy from his channel of Dear God. So, everybody stick around. Alip is on deck, and we'll be back in just a second. Zoom Room Roulette. Hello, I'm back. Of course I'm back. I told you I'd be back. And yes, my people are coming back now too, preparing for a leap. And Jennifer is the first to re-arrive.
Hello. I gotta
yes.
fix my karate stuff though.
Yeah, it's all good. Kopi, Mana, Kopi. Who's got their coffee, everyone? We're getting prepared for some Alip coming up real quick here. We're going to do, I've listened to some Avenged Sevenfold, but I'm not a huge fan, and so I don't recall hearing this song by title. So that's why we're going to do a double react here. in my learning process of doing Alip Ba Ta reacts, I've realized that if the fans request something that Alip covered that I don't have fresh in my mind, that it's just better to just do a longer video and just do both of them. Because then that way, you know, everything's it's fresh in all of our minds. What the sound is that Alip's trying to capture on that guitar, and then, you know, be able to deliver it. So that's why we're going to go ahead and do A7X first. So you guys are all queued up with Dear God?
One second.
Ahead. And so I like I said, I don't know all that much about Avenged Sevenfold. I've listened to them some, but I'm really excited to do this one here.
Matthew, I don't think I have. Oh, wait. I just got it. Okay.
Are we listening to the band first or the Alip cover?
Avenged Sevenfold first.
Oh, okay. Cool. I just wanted.
Yes.
Let me make sure I got the right one, because I think I just have Alip. Oh, there we go. I found it. Okay. It was because we were talking like in common. So that's why I didn't.
You're good.
We're getting way more organized. I mean.
Okay, so we're doing the Avenged one first. You said. I'm sorry.
Yeah, you know, I spend a lot of time doing video editing. I'm sure you guys can imagine, and like I'm getting really good at it just from sheer repetition, not because I'm like talented at it or anything, but like I'm like learning how to like tailor the stream to require less editing, and that just requires like last night. We were all communicating and starting to get pics organized, and then that way, you know, I could already start to have the description ready and all these little things to save us time and effort. You know, it just comes from doing it, and that's why I want to thank everybody here watching for supporting the channel, for sticking around, helping us grow. Please thumb this up. Please share this out. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. I still have 80% of my viewing time from unsubscribed channels. That does not need to be that way. Just go ahead and mash that subscribe button for me. Okay, is everybody ready now?
Slam it!
All right.
Ready.
Okay, so without further ado, Musicians Panel reacts to Avenged Sevenfold, Dear God, official music video. Here we go!
State line, miles away from those I love. Up is hard to find. While I recall all the words you spoke to me, can't help but wish that I was there, like where I'd love to be. Oh yeah. Dear God, the only thing I ask of you is to hold me when I'm not around, when I'm much too far away. We all need that person who can be true to you, but I left her when I found her, and now I wish I'd stay. 'Cause I'm lonely and I'm tired, I'm missing you again. Oh no. Once again, there's nothing here for me on this barren road. There's no one here while the city sleeps and all the shops are closed. Can't help but think of the times I've had with you. Pictures and some memories will have to help me through. Oh yeah. Dear God, the only thing I ask of you is to hold her when I'm not around, when I'm much too far away. We all need that person who can be true to you. I left her when I found her, and now I wish I'd stay. 'Cause I'm lonely is a home when hope begins to fade. A lonely road crossed another cold state line, miles away from those I love, purpose hard to find. Dear God, the only thing I ask of you is to hold me when I'm not around, when I'm much too far away. We all need the person who can be true to you. I left her when I found her, and now I wish I'd stay. 'Cause I'm lonely and I'm tired, I'm missing you again, oh no, once again.
Cool. I had not heard that before. Like I don't ever remember hearing that before.
Same.
The voice is so distinct. It has so much rasp, so much of that throaty edge, and it almost reminded me of the amount of edge from the singer from 3 Days Grace. Not quite, but that whole like really dark, like emo-ish edge to the singing that was really popular in the early 2000s or whatever. But like he has that same kind of like edge on his voice, but it's like more musical. I don't know. I liked it. And then like I've never heard them do anything so stripped down. I was not expecting like the steel guitar, like almost country crossover kind of sound to it. Mm-hmm. I was not expecting that. Not that the vocals in any way sounded country, of course not. But I heard it was a keyboard, it was a steel guitar, whatever, that was doing all those sliding lines on there. And or maybe it was an electric guitar with a slide. I don't know, but I was not expecting that at all. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I was gonna say
steel.
It was a pedal steel.
Pedal steel. That's what it sounded like.
Well, okay. People might excuse me, hate on me. I'm not a very big AX7 fan, and I think to me, given guitar lessons, the video game Guitar Hero to me really made this band. You know, I'm sure they have a lot of other stuff, but from my perspective as an outsider looking in, I was like, oh, everyone wants to learn this one specific AX7 song, and that's why they're a fan. And all the kids with side parts and rainbow eyeliner in the late 2000s is like, oh yeah, I gotta get my AX7 t-shirt and what is it, Asking Alexandria and all this other kind of stuff. And yeah, I'm being a little silly with that description. But anyway, when this first started, I was almost thinking, are they making fun of Motley Crue doing Home Sweet Home? I was like, okay, this has this weird, hard rock band. We're going to do the Killer Ballad song now. And then it seemed to harken back a little bit to Bon Jovi. I just forgot Dead or Alive. Mm-hmm. There was the same type of deal. And the music video really seemed to tap into both of those. Now, I have no idea if it was really some sort of, influence or something, but of course, as a hard rock band, Bon Jovi and Motley Crue especially, I can see maybe being an influence. And one thing I'll say, like here in St. Louis, a guy I gave guitar lessons to a couple of times, he was in I think they were a ska band and then switched to like a hardcore kind of thing somewhere around the time of this band. And so I went to a club to see his band play. And the cool thing for kids to say, like around 2007, 2008, in the scene here in St. Louis, was to go up and go like, dude, you guys were like Motley Crue. And me as an older person, I was like, is that an insult? It's like, or is that a big compliment? And that was like the biggest compliment, among the punk kids, is to go up and say, wow, you guys sound like Motley. And that was just the weirdest thing to me. Because back in the 80s, that would have been a huge insult, back in my day, to say, oh, you guys sound like Motley Crue. It's like, oh, you want to fight? It's like, what do you mean we sound like Motley Crue? It's like, you see makeup, you see hairspray. But it's funny how things like that change.
We could go off on a tangent talking about the whole Vince Neil coming back out concert or whatever, and he couldn't finish it. Let's not go there.
No.
But dude, did anybody else notice? And okay, this goes back to the panel where we were talking about copyright. At the beginning, it was almost the same chords as Canon in D. I don't know if anybody else noticed that. Not that it was in D.
Yeah.
I'm talking about the chord progression. I don't know what key they were playing in. It might not have been in D major. But there was one chord different. It went to the 5 chord right away at the end, instead of going to the 4 chord and then the 5 chord. So it wasn't even exactly the same progression. And I'm not in any way saying that they copied it. That's not what I'm saying.
So they did the Green Day
sound. I noticed the sound similarity. That was because when the actual singing came in, the melody came in, it was nothing like Canon and D. It's just so yeah. I'm saying, I'm not saying it was totally original. I liked it. It's just I wasn't expecting it. I wasn't expecting that sound from them. The vocals a little bit, I was expecting that, but I wasn't expecting the production. I wasn't expecting the arrangement, and I'm really excited to see what Mr. Alip's gonna do with this.
Me too.
Yeah. Anybody else have any more comments about Avenged Sevenfold?
No, but I love what you said about Guitar Hero, though. That just brought back some memories.
Yeah.
I actually still have that game.
Well, this band and Wolf Mother, I mean, those were two. Of course, Dragon Force. I mean, those were some of the bands that everyone wanted to play guitar and do that in real life. And then they were like, guitar's hard. I want to do something else.
True story.
That's not to stereotype an entire generation, but that seems to be a lot of the people I meet from that are my age or maybe a little younger. Not everybody, I would say, but it just seems like it's too hard. Well, nothing is easy.
I mean, guitar is a hard instrument. I started learning it this year from Matthew. I think I know like 5 chords now, Matthew, or something, right?
Oh, you're being too hard on
yourself. Well, but anyway,
you're doing great.
One of the reasons I started it was, not because of Guitar Hero, but because I was dealing with some medical stuff. I couldn't play saxophone for a while, so I'm like, hey, I need music in my life. Let me try another one. So, but I love guitar though. It's hard, but it's worth keeping at it and trying it. I mean, I'm still struggling even with chord changes, but it's fun.
I mean, it's a commitment. That's for sure. Learning to play an instrument.
It is.
And that's with ultimate maximum respect. I mean, we've got my guitar teacher coming up next, Mr. Alip Ba Ta. So you guys all got him queued up, right? It's time for Kopi Monokopi. You guys got your coffee? I got a little bit left. I saved it. There's seriously just like one nice little swig here to finish off my morning coffee to have for this Dear God fingerstyle. Yeah. Anybody have anything they want to say while I have my swig here?
I feel like I need a coffee right now because I keep yelling. But whether it's 3:00 in the afternoon or not, but
I need some more coffee for sure. Like, wow.
Subscribing. Okay, everybody. So you guys all queued up and ready to go?
Ready.
All right. So
Yar.
Everybody make sure that you thumbs up here. Let's see how many thumbs up we can get on this. Let's break the record for thumbs up. Pop, 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 pop. Pop them up. Make sure you share the stream out. About to have a leap going on here for y'all. So make sure you let your friends all know about that. And, of course, subscribe to my channel, to everyone's channel here. And we'll be giving some nice talking about it at the end. And don't forget, if you've been chatting and I haven't responded to you, stick around at the end. I will go back through all of the chat and shout out to everybody. And super chats come first. So go ahead and get your supers ready. Super chats, super stickers. Every single dollar that you donate is really appreciated. Okay. So, without further ado, musicians panel react to Alip Ba Ta, Dear God fingerstyle acoustic cover with lyrics. Here we go! Terima kasih. That was awesome, man.
Oh my God, he always amazes me.
Wow, it was so much fun. You know, it's like the first thing that stuck out to me. I think he had his fifth string tuned down a half step, or he was in some kind of alternate tuning. Either way, because right off the bat, he grabs his fifth string tuning peg and twists it up a half step, like in like the second or third measure. That must have been to facilitate some, 4-fret reach or something that wasn't gonna happen, or to harmonize with the bass note, the major third, or something. I'm not sure exactly why he did that, but this is the first thing I noticed. And then I didn't see his hands on the tuning pegs again. Like, I was really watching for that, because I was like, okay, is he gonna do like what he did on that Linsier Wengi or whatever, and just be constantly tweaking the pegs? But he was doing so many of those behind the nut bends, and like he would do them multiple in a row. Like, it was, oh man, just the precision that guy has. And there was a couple of imperfections that happened that I heard one note on the sixth string he might not have intended to hit, and then he immediately like muted it, and like maybe I don't know, the fact that it wasn't quite as perfect as some of his other ones, it really speaks volumes to me. This is a human. And it is possible for people to do this. Not easy, Certainly not everybody can play like Alip, but like, he's just a regular dude like us that, just dedicated so much life and talent and effort into his art that, he captivates millions of people with it. And I love how it's live, it's real, there was no studio edits in that, there was no auto-tune, there was no,
So cool.
I love it. I'm going on a lot, but I and other people have said this about other Alip covers, but dude, hands down, I like that better than the original, period. End of story. What do you guys think?
I loved it. Oh, sorry.
Go ahead, Jen.
No,
Go ahead.
no, you go ahead.
You sure?
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say. I mean, I always love Alip's stuff. He's just amazing. Like I said, he makes it look so easy, and the drumming. I can't wait for a next lesson on the guitar with the drumming thing. But he just makes it look so like, okay, no big deal. Like, I mean, but he's just such a cool laid back guy too. It seems like he's just very cool. But I have a question though. Is his name spelled with an F or a P at the end? Because I noticed one video it says P, that one said F.
It depends on how you translate it and probably where you're translating it from. It's the first 3 letters of the alphabet.
Got it. Because I was confused about that. I was like, have I been typing it wrong this whole time? I hope not. Okay, good. All right, thank you.
From my meager understanding, Alif is his name, but Alip Ba Ta means alphabet. If that's correct. So it's sort of like his pseudonym, although his real name is Alif, I think. So it's very similar.
Thank you.
I might be mistaken. If I'm mistaken, everybody, if I said anything wrong, you know what to do. Go ahead, chat it, correct me in the comments, and then I'll go ahead.
Beat them up in the comments.
I mean, like, I've been hashtagging Alip, and
all of a sudden we have explosions in the comments. Bang!
Matthew starts shrinking on the camera. No.
Pink Floyd.
I just want to make sure I got it right. Like,
oh man!
Thank you.
So that was excellent. That was really excellent. I don't know. Who wants to talk more about Alip here?
I really enjoyed the cover. The fact that he could get all those dynamics in there with the it looked like, I think he was using he was tuning up the tuning peg and then tuning it down. That's what it looked like, at least to me.
I just saw the one time where he
that
turned it up. I didn't see him tune it down again. He might have. I might have missed it.
maybe I'm not sure, but that even if you're doing that only once, that takes a lot of skill to be able to do that without knocking the guitar.
See, we got a comment here. His channel is Alip Ba Ta. Real name is Alif Gustakiar. Gustakiar.
Oh,
Is that close? Alif
Yeah.
Gustakiar.
okay. So we hashtagged it right then. Okay, good. Thank you.
Cool.
Thank you.
What do you think, Kyle?
So when I did notice the tuning thing, I was trying to scan with the mouse to see
Uh-oh. Mr. Kyle.
Wait,
is having
Is it his
technical
internet or my internet?
It's Kyle. He's
Okay.
frozen.
Yeah.
I was just worried it was me.
He's frozen solid.
Woo!
I'm
Oh
concerned.
no.
He's going to get the boot. Right as we were saying hello and giving him a chance to speak. Oh my, the horror! What are we going to
Oh
do?
no.
He's stuck in a permanent smile forever. Okay, well, either one of you guys want to talk a little more while he's stuck here?
I'm just trying to think of what to say.
I know.
Yeah, well, I mean, is definitely, he always has a well instruction of these covers that he does. So yeah, that's
Oh yeah, the
that's-
arrangement's so good. Just so good. Definitely.
Oh, we lost him.
Yep, Kyle stepped out for a moment.
Oh,
He has
no.
left the building.
And you're sort of boxy a little bit too, Eve.
Yeah,
Am
I was
I?
wondering if it was me, but my internet's really fast right now, actually.
Oh yeah, I look good.
Yeah, you do.
I'm in GoPro HD with Ethernet.
There he is.
All
Kyle
right.
returns.
That was so
Hey.
weird. I
That
was
was weird.
talking and
Yeah.
all of a sudden it's like, where'd my Zoom go? And yeah, my internet punched us all in the face.
You were stuck
which
in an
it will
eternal
probably do.
smile there for a while.
Yeah, that was funny. So what was the last thing that was said on
You
there?
basically just started.
Oh, dude. Okay. So did I meant okay, so I was kind of recap real quick.
Tuning peg was the last thing you were saying.
Okay, yeah, to me, my take on a tuning peg and what he was doing was trying to emulate the steel guitar in a recording and tap into the original, define the atmosphere. It's like, hey, here's a song you might know, try to have some of those original qualities and then go into a leap mode with it. Which I was like, I was thinking too, the nerdier part of me, like I see enough Elite now to see some patterns, and that's not a bad thing nor a criticism, but it seems that a lot of his covers fit within a certain tempo range, a certain mood of playing, which is really cool as a player that he can take some song that doesn't necessarily fit your own pattern and apply your pattern to it, and that's something I admire about his playing a lot. And the other thing I'll mention, as a guitar player, like giving guitar lessons, most of the time people start on acoustic. And I would always advise parents to get their kids electric guitar strings to put on their acoustic because it makes things like bending easier. The metal's a little bit easier on the fingers and things like that. And in this video, I've been curious for a long time if Alip uses electric strings on his acoustic, and it looks like he might. The angle and the way it would reflect off the strings, it seemed like those were nickel steel as opposed to phosphorus bronze strings, which kind of makes sense with bends and stuff because bending on phosphor bronze strings, it sucks. It's awful. I'd rather go dig ditches, than have to play, acoustic strings like that. It is just horrible, but so that's all I was gonna say since I got the internet cut there as I got started.
Right on. I really enjoyed it. Like I said, better than the original. And it's just, his Alip's style is just so nice. Like, it's really inspiring to me the way that he takes and puts his own spin on all these covers and gives them that uniform sound that you're talking about that threads through them, like similar tempo range. And then there's some that are exceptions to that. Like, if you haven't checked out On the Floor, I mean, Jennifer reacted to that with me, and I just did a collab of it. Man, that song smokes. So, I mean, not all of his songs are slow, but the vast majority are, because that's his main shtick. He would be incredible in, like, a restaurant bar, right? He would just freaking own, man. His tip jar would be full so fast, man. He would have freaking drinks lined up on the stage. And, if he doesn't drink alcohol, there'd be, coffees just lined up.
Yeah.
People tipping him.
He'd be up for a week.
He's just such a good entertainer. I just love it. Anybody have any more comments about Alip Ba Ta, Dear God cover?
No, I'm good.
No.
All right. So we got 2 more coming up for y'all. This is a nice long show since we got 4 people reacting today. We got 2 more coming up. We got to do a quick Zoom room roulette, but don't anybody go anywhere because we got great stuff coming up. And if you've been chatting, remember, at the end, after all my excellent, wonderful guests take off, I'm going to stick around and talk to y'all and do the chat at the end. So if you go ahead and super it, you'll be first. And otherwise, just stick around for some chatting. Zoom room roulette time. Here we go. It has taken a moment to reload. I love using my Palpatine voice. Yes. That's a fun voice to use. Admit. You have a ticket. Admit 1. You have a ticket. Admit 1. You have a ticket. Admit 1. I'm doing my Palpatine voice. Yes. You will turn to the dark side or you will be destroyed.
The dark side is well, I don't know. I mean, like, better to reign in hell than serve in heaven, right?
Trying to think, there's a Sith quote, like kind of like the Sith commandments. I played an online video game, and there was this like motto for this clan or whatever it was I was in, and I looked it up, and it was like a Sith thing. I'm like, well, that is cool. I wish I could remember what it was. Maybe I'll look it up while we're.
Yeah, through passion gain strength.
Yeah.
That thing. Yeah, I played that game too. It's a pretty cool game. I actually talked about that, alluded to it in one of my Fun and Creativity podcasts. I had a sort of online sort of friend on there. And it's like, oh man, I just can't quit playing this game. I've been playing for years, and been playing every day for years. And then I was like, you know what? I think I'm playing this too much.
That's funny. Okay, since
Jennifer, who's her internet connection must not be allowing this.
Oh, yeah. Well, talking about video games while we wait for her to get back. I started playing Diablo 2 again, and that came out like in 2000. Oh my gosh,
that
I
was
forgot
one of my all-time favorite games. Diablo
Same.
2 is badass.
Yeah, and I started playing on BattleNet. Yeah, I'm
Sorry.
like proper nerd. Hey, Jen.
Hi, sorry.
Yeah, that's cool, man. That's cool. I had fun playing that a lot back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I remember when I quit playing, it was still pretty popular. So I actually sold off items on eBay and and got money for it.
Yeah, I played with some of my nephew's friends, and he was. I can't remember if he was a senior or just graduated, and he sold our accounts to this other kid, which he thought was kind of funny. It's like, oh, I just bought Mr. Walz's BattleNet account, and whoever, the kid that sold it to him too. Good times.
Oh man, yeah. I really enjoyed that. I like making my own items with the crafting thing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that was what I was on to. Okay, back on to the sound. Hashtag the sound. The sound is awesome. All right. So we're gonna be going on now. Next choice is going to be Eve's. Yes, I'm doing the choices in the order that I texted them to Jennifer, I think. So,
the
Eve choice is going to be Chelsea Wolfe and Emma Ruth Rundle. I'm not even going to try to say that title. You can say it, and then I'll say it again later. And the funny thing is, this is my first time reacting to both of these artists. So, Eve, why don't you go ahead and tell us what we're going to be reacting to?
Well, I actually did see Emma Ruth Rundle with the Louisiana metal band Thou. They did a collaboration back in 2019. They did an entire album together, and they're very the sound of them together is contrasting, yet it flows so well. I don't know how to describe it, because Thou is this I guess they're kind of like a sludgy metal band, but they have all these experimental elements as well. And I mean, it's all harsh vocals, but then you have Emma Ruth Rundle over here doing this posty, folky, singer-songwritery stuff that's also experimental, but is way different. But yeah, somehow they met him in the middle. Anyways, that's how I was introduced to Emma Ruth Rundle. And I was looking for more content, and I came across this video, and I'd heard of Chelsea Wolfe before. She'd been brought up several times, but I never heard her voice or listened to any of her music. And yeah, it had Emma Ruth Rundle in it, and I was definitely a fan of hers already. And yeah, this song floored me. It's kind of dark. It's anti-suicide. And I think that's what the Anhedonia, I think that's how, or something like that. That's what the term is, or it's like it has something to do with suicide. I can't remember exactly. I looked it up after the video.
I just looked it up right now. Inability to feel pleasure. So hashtag relatable.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I definitely, before I moved out of Florida, I definitely went through a pretty major depression that, it almost, at one point, felt like I was to that point where
Wow.
I was unable to feel pleasure. It almost cost me everything, my marriage and everything. And luckily, I picked the right lady, so we made it through it and everything's better. But yeah, and then of course she eventually got depressed too. So now I'm helping her, and that's the way it works. It's crazy.
Yeah.
I don't think I got all the way to the point to where I couldn't feel pleasure, but it certainly felt like life was not very pleasurable for a period of time, I could say. Moving in that direction, at least.
Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like. Oh, sorry. I was just gonna say 2020 felt like that.
I literally, like, everything pre-transition felt like that for me, and I didn't even realize it till I was in it. I mean, yeah, like it's such a drastic difference. But yeah, like just feeling depressed, but not knowing you're depressed, feeling disassociated from like who you are, but still being there. Yeah, it's a weird state to be in.
Yeah, I was like, when I moved here, so I don't have any friends here now, obviously, because I'm brand new. We just moved in October. So, but I'm finding that a lot of my Florida friends are either like kind of ditching or, so it's kind of like I've been getting sad about it. Some of the good ones are sticking around, but it's kind of like, transition, I guess, right?
Yeah.
But so it'll be curious to see what the song sounds like about that. But actually, the song that I picked when we get to it has to do with a lot of what I'm dealing with. So
Right on. Well, that's the next one. So,
is it really cool? Cool.
Yeah, that's actually. I tacked it on at the end of the show because you were the last one to put it in. We weren't even sure you were going to be able to make it today, and I'm super grateful that
Thank
you're
you.
here, Jennifer.
Thank you.
This is awesome. I'm glad to have you here on a Monday. Anybody else have anything you want to say about this before we get it rolling?
No, I'll say my other stuff when mine comes on. So.
Cool. Okay. So without further ado, Musicians Panel reacts to Chelsea Wolfe. Let me start that again. So without further ado, Musicians Panel reacts to Chelsea Wolfe and Emma Ruth Rundle. Anhedonia official video. Here we go. VHS tape. That's cool.
Taking that for a night. Take me down with you. Take it all away. I know it all comes
Wow.
Well, there was definitely Pink Floyd influence all through that. Oh my God, there was parts of that that just, I don't know. It just reminded me of, like the way the background music sounded, the synthy dark with the strumming acoustic guitar. It just, I don't know. It reminded me of Pink Floyd, and
Yeah.
not the vocals, but just the background music. And I think there was only one major chord in that song. Every once in a while, you would hear it come in. It sounded like an F chord to me. I don't know, but the rest of it was just all just minor chords with that dark minor 5 chord thrown in there. And it was just like really, like the mood of it sort of reminds me of a Mellify song, hashtag Mellify, called Unsay, a song that I wrote for my wife. It was, obviously a really dark song where, I said some really dickish shit, and then I wished that I hadn't, so I wrote a song saying I wish I could unsay what I had said that caused her some trouble. It was actually on social media randomly, but that's what I think of it, man. I think that was it was really cool. That's the kind of song, if I was really like, kind of down and in the dumps a little bit, and I just wanted to just like lay on my bed and chill and just kind of listen to something that just kind of like soothes the darkness in me, I would pick something like that. It was cool.
That was weird.
It was
You sound.
mellow.
Did he sound robotic to anyone else just now? Or was that just?
Yeah,
Was that just me?
I heard it. Yeah, I heard it.
Oh wow, maybe my internet messed up. That's okay, it happens.
I thought it was me, but again, but
Okay, it's all good. Who else wants to go next? Kyle?
Okay, I'll jump in. This I really like this. I have a reaction to a song by NF coming up that one of my students turned me on to, and some of the themes of that song had some similarity to this. I like songs that and it's always kind of a delicate area, like when the way your brain works when you get like sad thoughts or repeated thoughts, those get chemically marked in your brain is important. So like when you are in a depressed mode, and you have some depressed thoughts, that gets chemically coded if you have those thoughts repeatedly. And it's kind of the same aspect of learning new information. You have information, it gets repeated, you repeat it, then it gets chemically coded in your brains to be marked as important. Mm-hmm. So then your brain can access it more readily. Likewise, when you have good times, bad times, etc. And whenever I talk through students through any dark times and stuff, I always try to bring up the physiological aspects, mm-hmm. and that there's ways that you can help cope with that. And songs like this and to me are useful because mm-hmm. from someone that doesn't get the fragility of mental health, sometimes you might hear a song like this and think, oh, that's awful because that's just going to trigger blah blah blah. But no, sometimes it does reassure. Sometimes it can make you stronger to not have those thoughts that maybe you used to do, and remind yourself, hey, I don't need to go down that mental path again. And yeah, it does take practice, and yeah, practice might be difficult.
Sorry.
Just like other types of practice. But so I just wanted to share that thought. And also I got to say this, when it first started the video, I thought of the movie Ring. I thought, okay, maybe there's going to be some kind of cool aspect. And then it kind of went into 90s Tool video land. Anytime I see stop motion animation like that, if you were enjoying Tool in the 90s, you always think of that. Mm-hmm. But I really enjoyed the story and the idea of transformation, the idea of you can, live that life of a caterpillar. You can, let this weird worm come out of you. and it will grow and take flight. And when you have flight, you can go to a new place. That's really, really good message.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, I really, and like the visuals, it seemed, the closest thing I came to it was all the animations and stuff. It felt like The Wall to me. I don't like, I mean, that is just influence. I mean, I'm not trying to say it was anywhere the same. It just had that same kind of dark, almost like, and I mean, the Goodbye Blue Sky was the one that popped in my head, but that one's almost happier in parts than this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in the beginning.
Yeah, exactly. Because it has that really pretty guitar part that then Def Leppard sort of kind of almost changed into a song.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which
I'm not the only one that noticed that.
It's not, but it was. I'm not saying the copyright violated it, but they took that bum bum ba da da bum ba bum ba da. They took that idea and just turned it into and that's a good song too. Hysteria. This is a good song. But musicians always borrow from each other. That's like if musicians hadn't borrowed from each other, we would not have music today. Like it's hard for people to fathom this, but like. At least until formal notation was invented, right? How was music taught? It was taught from person to person, like, telephone game, right? And you had, the person around you that played, and so you watched them, and then you eventually learned, by getting an instrument and playing and copying somebody. That's the way it's always been. That's the way it's supposed to be. So, when I'm pointing out similarities, I'm never saying, oh, I think this person copied this person, unless I literally say point blank, like I think Maroon 5 copied with that Memories song. I think that was a copy. Of Canon and D. But Canon and D is public domain, so, right?
Yeah, and don't forget the Marley influence on that song too.
Yeah.
Oh,
and Bob Marley. I got a Bob Marley shirt too. I'm excited for that. Yes, that was the artist I forgot to mention to you guys earlier. I was telling you all the cool shirts I got for the channel. Pink Floyd being the first one I'm showing off to everybody. That's right. I've made enough money to buy 5 shirts.
You're rich.
Yeah.
You are a legit YouTuber, Matthew.
Yeah. Everybody,
This one was a present.
So
I don't know, like, was that my internet that cut off? I don't know what happened.
I don't know. I wouldn't worry.
Okay,
about it.
but anyway, the song though, like I don't usually listen to sad songs like that so much, but no, I liked it though because I felt like 2020 was a weird year, and I feel like I don't want to say I've never been in that place, but very rare. But I tell you what though, if I ever am, I'm listening to that song. That's a good,
Yeah, it sort of softens the blow a little bit.
Yeah, it does. It does. It was good.
I would recommend all of you to go and listen to at least Emma Ruth Rundle's stuff, because I mean it's not as dark as what we just watched. It's pretty good. Like kind of posty singer songwriter stuff. It has a mild folk influence, but it's definitely very at least guitar wise very sex based. So that's why I say kind of like post rock ish.
Cool.
Yeah.
Cool. As long as you're not talking about Post Malone-ish.
Oh no. Yeah. Not, fuck, screw that guy.
No, I'm just making my jokes where I can. See, I gotta do that. All right. So any more comments about this before we move on to our final reaction for the day?
No, I'm good. And actually, I have to leave after this, so that works out.
And everybody remember, if you've been hanging out, right, and I haven't responded to your chats yet, that's okay. Because after we're done, I'm going to stick around and I'm going to talk to y'all in the chat. And we're going to have a little session to tie this all up. So you guys all are responded to by me personally, I'm going to do this from now on every Monday and Tuesday. This is just now going to be the way it is. So go ahead and get your supers in so that you can go ahead and jump the line and be the first person that I respond to. I really appreciate you supporting the studio. And of course, you can go to Patreon and get me at patreon.com/Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. New update, I'm doing a Patreon video every single week now. Period. End of story. I'm putting something special on Patreon every week. So it's definitely going to be valuable experience to go ahead over to there and join. Just $1 a month, man. Hook me up and you will get hooked up 4 times a month. All right. So that's what's up. And so for our final pick here, we're going to have Miss Jennifer is going to introduce this song. Now, I definitely know this song, and I would be surprised if Kyle or Eve don't know this song. However, I've never seen the official music video for it, so I can at least say I'm reacting to that. Go ahead and give us an introduction, Jennifer.
Same here. I've never seen the video of it, but I've done TikToks on this song, and I've sang it myself before. So basically, like I was saying before, like I don't know if I've ever been as dark of a place as the last song, but this song is definitely what I'm dealing with, a lot of real life stuff right now. Just, you know, moving kind of tends to make you see who your true friends are. And so when I think of go your own way, it's like, hey, if you're gonna stay, stay. If not, then go your own way. Bye. Like, you know what I mean? So I love this song. I love the song because of that. Because I'm not one to like do dramatic Facebook posts or things like that. I just post music and sing music. So that's why I just love this song for that. So yeah. So that's why I picked it.
I would definitely agree with you know, seeing the test of friendship being like a huge move. Like, you know, I've done I moved across the country twice. First to Minneapolis for 6 years, and then to here over a year ago. And yeah, people have really shown their true colors. They do. It's pretty crazy.
I also feel like last year with 2020, everybody kind of has anyway. So you know, it's kind of
yeah, right. I can't tell you how many bands I saw break up in the Minneapolis music scene that I knew of, at least.
Yeah. But this is just a good song that like kind of says it all. So so you know.
Yeah.
All right. Any more comments before we start this?
Nope. I've never seen the video, so I'm excited about seeing the video.
You guys all ready?
Yeah.
All right. So without further ado, Musicians Panel reacts to Fleetwood Mac, Go Your Own Way, official music video. Here we go. It didn't sound the same as the studio version, and it definitely was not a remaster, because that was the quietest song on YouTube that I went through every volume. You know, on my computer, there's like 8 different places you can change the volume, and they're all at 100. Everything's and so I took, and normally I have it at like the master for the stream. I normally have it either at 0 or -1. I had it at -1. Everything was great, and then I pumped it up to 0, and it wouldn't even touch the red.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't realize.
It's okay. You're cool. But I think that was a live recording. There was a couple of tiny little like warbles in the vocals that made it sound live. Like, you know, come on, anybody that's ever played a live show, you know, you're there, you're live, you're moving, and you might be singing the right note, but you know, when you're moving, you're like you move a little bit because your body, and it changes the sound because your body moved a little bit when you're dancing while you're playing. I heard a couple of little things like that made it sound live, and my favorite thing about that song, it has always been, is the bass line. Oh my God, that song has such an incredible bass line, right? Boo boo doo 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 boo doo 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 boo boo doo 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 boo doo 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 boo boo doo doo. I just love it, man. The way it like they say go your way home, and then the bass moves a whole bunch, and so it has that feeling of, you know, get out of here, you know, move, right? I like that. Really.
I have a question for you.
I forgot.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. For you guitar players, is the bass line something you could learn just the bass? Like you could.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I'm a bass player as well, so yeah.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, who wants to go first and give us the thoughts?
I was gonna say, I forgot how good Lindsey Buckingham is at like just like the finger style, because I think he sometimes plays with a pick, but he mostly plays with his fingers. Yeah, which is like, he's kind of underrated in that sense. Even though Fleetwood Mac itself is a big band, as a guitarist, he's definitely not like as sung as heavily as some.
Yeah, it's just the sound was good except for the volume a little bit. That's why I said I think it was like an old live recording. They just used that as their music video because it was really tight, you know. It just wasn't modern mastered, you know.
Yeah, I love Lindsey Buckingham's Les Paul.
Oh, yeah.
I was so in love with that guitar, and it had the P90s on it. I mean, that thing, I would just like go up and give it a big hug and play it for a few years until, they made me give it back,
Yeah.
Well, anybody else want to say something? Because I got like a little tangent. That's what Kyle does, apparently.
Go for it.
Go for it.
All right. I kept thinking with this song, and I always think about this with Fleetwood Mac specifically, how much, like, think about the stress level of being one of those band members. You got interdating, you're writing songs about your interdating, you're singing songs with your ex, and there's all this high drama behind the scenes. And I thinking in this like live take of it, you could hear it sometimes in Lindsey Buckingham's voice. When he hits that chorus, he is singing with emotion, and looking at Stevie Nicks' expression, she's looking straight ahead, singing back up. It's like, oh my gosh, imagine everything you're holding back. And as an artist, and how musicians from that era were so stereotypical about living the life, and everything is large and everything. Oh my gosh, imagine being in that band and how awful it could have been. I mean, who knows? I mean, maybe if you're the bass player watching all this stuff go down, you're going, hey, I got a dope bass line to play, I don't care. But then you're thinking, hey, is the band going to be done tonight? Are we going to have a meltdown mid-show?
I mean, in this case, it probably would have been the drummer, because I know they started out as a blues rock band with Peter Green, I believe. Yeah, and it just I think I want to say Mick Fleetwood is the only original member of the left of the group.
Yeah. He's the namesake too, so that's it's hard to wrestle the name away from that guy.
Yeah.
I've always enjoyed that song. It's a song about self-empowerment, the self-love, and it's hard, when you're attached to somebody, especially if you've got, a lot of years with somebody, to break and tear away from somebody. I mean, it's not an easy thing. And then to have to continue working with them, I do not envy that situation at all. It produced some incredible art, but I would not want to be in that situation personally.
Without saying details, I'm sort of in a situation similar like that right now, so that's why I was like, let's do this song.
Okay.
Well, sorry if I accidentally exposed anything there. I just
No, it's fine. We're not talking, but it's like, let's do this song.
Yeah.
It's cool. We're just picking stuff, And, I'm excited to go ahead and talk to you guys from the chat. Anybody that's gotten missed, everybody's gonna get their moment here in just a minute. Once we finish up here, are there any final comments about this Fleetwood Mac before I tie this stream up? You guys have been great. Thank you so much.
This is so fun. Thank you, Matthew. And I'm not sure I can make tomorrow, which is one of the reasons I wanted to do today. So thank you. Thank you so much.
Always come when you can, and the show goes on. I'm trying to build enough of a community that we've got people, so you're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just want to say, Jenna, is really good to meet you. Through the screen and stuff, and Eve, always good to see you as well.
You too. Thank you.
Likewise.
Yeah.
See, and all this time Kyle's been coming on. Kyle and Jennifer have not been on the same show, and that's cool. See, so there's a first time for everything. It'd be cool to get Kyle and Sarah on at the same time at some point if we could do that. I don't know. If you wanted to join us on Tuesdays, Kyle, you're certainly welcome. Now it's the summer. We're doing that 1 hour earlier. Tuesdays at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. All right, that's time to wrap this stream up, guys. Zoom's telling me I got 3 minutes left, so this is going to be perfect. I really, really appreciate you guys for being here, watching, tuning into the sound, hashtag the sound. I'm going to talk to you guys all in just a minute, so stick around for some good chat time. With me today, I've had an incredible panel of guests, starting with Jennifer's music page. Make sure you check out Jennifer's music page. Go and subscribe. Jennifer plays saxophone and flute. She's a music teacher. You can get lessons from her on Zoom. She's really cool. So make sure you check out Jennifer's music page. Definitely. We have the Monday Man, Kyle Walz. Kyle's a singer, songwriter, guitar player, and he's got music up on all the streaming platforms. You can check him out. Please buy from his website, kylewalz.com, and check him out on Instagram at Kyle Walz.
Hook.
I'll add you on Instagram, Kyle.
All right.
Yeah. And last but not least, we have Evelyn Holland, singer, songwriter, and guitar player. Pretty soon we're going to be checking her out in a new band situation here, and we're going to be giving you updates as we go. So everybody, please make sure you take a second and give me a thumbs up if you think that you got any value out of this today at all. If you were entertained for 1 freaking minute, give me a thumbs up. I deserve it. Yes, I do. I deserve it. Yes. You. Also, please mash that subscribe button. Like I said at the beginning, I still have 80% unsubscribed viewership. So if you subscribe, you'll help to lower that. Keep watching, and we got hashtag the sound coming to you live twice a week. That's right. And anybody that missed my live streams last week, my finger is better. I'm going to be starting to practice again today. So I'm going to be doing my live stream on Thursday, live music, and Friday. Are you going to be with me, Jennifer, for music lessons?
You got it.
All right. So then Friday we're going to do live music lessons for you. So everybody, make sure you check me out on Patreon, patreon.com/Matthews Music Lesson Studio, where you can support the channel and get new weekly bonus content. I'm putting an Alip collab up. I've got bonus content from my podcast. I'm going to put bonus reacts up. I'm going to put covers, bonus covers, all kinds of stuff. One video every single week on Patreon. And of course, check me out on MatthewsMusicLessonStudio.com for your lessons, where you get to record them and keep them forever. Thank you everybody for being with me on the Sound Live. I got less than a minute left. Any of you guys want to say anything else before we skedaddle and I go on to the comments?
Thank you, Matthew.
Yeah, thanks.
Yes. Thank you. I'll probably be on the panel tomorrow, most likely. So for anybody who's watching tomorrow, that's watching today,
Excellent. That's awesome. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you so much.
All right.
Bye.
See ya.
Bye-bye. All right. So we're here now. Continuing on. So let's go ahead and do some comments. Okay. So starting off, of course, we have our admins. Shout out to Jennifer's music page, to Evelyn Holland, and to Aji Saptoputro. Thank you, everybody, for being here with me and keeping the chat going good for this stream. I really appreciate you guys. So Jennifer starts off saying, "Hi, guys." And Evelyn says, "Hello, everyone." That's right. Okay, so Aji says, "Good to see you two hosts. Hope Alipers are shown up right away." I do too. We had a good time. It was a good stream. So thank you for being with me, Aji. I saw you several times throughout, so you were really hanging out. I really appreciate you, and that's why I gave you a wrench, bud, because you've been hanging out with me and just doing great. So thank you so much. Evelyn says, "Thanks." Yes. And Aji says, "The little smile from Eve will flowering this live." Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to have a little smile. Okay. So Ashi again says Fay is Alip's music influencer, and he put full respect to Fay Ehsan. I really enjoyed reacting to Fay today. Like I said in the thing, it was sort of like the Eric Mongrain, with the tapping, with it down like this. The percussion with the elbow and all those drum fills was incredible. I am definitely going to be checking out more Fay Ehsan. For sure, absolutely, for certain. So Jennifer once again says amazing. She liked it. And shout out to Vicky Walz. I need to get you a wrench, Vicky. Shout out to Vicky. And she says love this. So thank you so much. I appreciate you being here with me. Channel Hyberon says Karen. Thank you. Thank you, Channel Hyberon. Ross Muhammad Official wanted Alip. Yes, we were not quite to Alip yet at that point. And so, we did get to it pretty quickly. Next up, we have Bang Key. Please reaction Reza Dharmawangsa. Then they said the same thing again. React Reza Dharmawangsa, please. Reza Dharmawangsa versus Eka Mariam React. Okay. I haven't heard of any of this. This is the first time I've heard of this artist or song or whatever it is. First time for me, so I'll add it to the list. Bang, I'll add it to the list. Just so you know, shout out Bang. We do not do live react requests. The show, the way it works, is very simple. Everybody picks a song before they show up. And also the crowd, all of you guys, from commenting on my community posts, from commenting on my videos, from your live chat requests, all those things get compiled. I do keep track of all of it, and I'm literally, like the reacts that we did today for the crowd, the Dear God, I had like 5 requests for that in the last week, over 50 total requests for Dear God, Avenged Sevenfold, and Alip Ba Ta since the beginning of this, of doing the sound. And so people have been waiting a long time for this. So whenever you make your requests, they are always taken into consideration. They're always put on the list, and when they get to the top, then they'll be done. So stick around, come back, and, I appreciate you, Bang. See you again next time. So Ashi says, it's called Guitar Circus Style. Okay. That must be talking about the BABYMETAL now. We're moving on to talk about BABYMETAL. So a lot of people were saying, we'll just read it. Flavio Arthur says, Gimme Chocolate always leaves you with a strange impression. But the more you listen to BABYMETAL, the more you will love it. Very cool. Pardon. To be honest, my brother-in-law requested that I do BABYMETAL, and he didn't have a specific song or video for me to react to. He just said, do BABYMETAL, and so I asked him, I said, hey, how about Gimme Some Chocolate? It has over 100 million views or whatever. He said, yeah, that's a good one, do it. Okay, so I did it. He's not a huge fan. He just thought that I would like him, and I did like him. So we'll do some more BABYMETAL, some different stuff again in the future. So if you got specific requests, go ahead and chat them, please. Or you can put them in the comments below. Okay. Aji says, now I see her smile. Smiles are good. Hey, Chris, thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Good job. Shout out to Chris Harris. All right. Next, we've got Kitsune from Finland. Says, oh no, Gimme Chocolate. Studio track and concert footage from 2013. Live BABYMETAL is much better. Okay, all right. I'll check out the live stuff too, okay? I'm not giving up on BABYMETAL. Just, I liked it, so I'll definitely do more. So keep requesting it and bumping it up the list. I'm keeping tallies. All right. Ashi, I think he was translating for me. I'm not going to try to say that, but basically saying he loved it. That's great. I'm glad you loved it, Aji. I thought it was cool, too. Back to Kitsune from Finland. BABYMETAL has been around for 10 years now and going stronger than ever. Gimme Choco is one of their, quotes, basic basic songs. Every song is different. Every song is different. Prog metal, dubstep, rap, etc., etc. Cool. Prog metal, folk metal, dubstep, rap, etc. Musterin Bintong says Asik. Okay. Vicky Wall says USA rocks. I'm out. She took off. Okay. I'm not. I wasn't saying anything bad about America. I was saying that I wish America gave more attention to artists. You know, gave more love to our artists. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate that. Going on, we have here. Jennifer's music page says, "Hi guys." Again, Kitsune from Finland. Let's just say that you should react to, quote, "Beginner's Guide to Baby Metal," and you will be baby metal fans instantly. Or listen something like Tales of the Destinies. Ooh, that's a cool title. That sounds like fun. Tales of the Destinies. I like that. Okay, Ashi, reacting to what I was saying about the live streaming, says, "Practice makes perfect, Matt. You rocks." I appreciate you, Aji. I appreciate you with your support. That's really cool. And then we have On. Just changed his name recently. He always gives me all the cool emojis. Thank you, On, for your emojis. Once again, Aji. R.I.P. to the drummer. Oh, my. Evelyn. Oh yeah, that must be for A7X, the drummer. Yeah. Evelyn Holland. LOL, my smile. I indeed do have a resting bitch face. I didn't say that, Eve. I'm just reading the comments, okay? I did not say that, okay? I did not. That was not me. I mean, it came out of my mouth, but that wasn't me who said that. That was, yeah. You said that. Algi Saptoputro. He says, "No, you're not." Okay, I don't know what. I think that must mean he doesn't have a resting bitch face, or she doesn't have a resting bitch face. Nur Akbar Akatsuki. Baby metal is my favorite. I am from Indonesia. Hi, Kitsune from Finland. Fox of God. That's another Nur Akbar comment. Thank you so much for being here. Kitsune from Finland. Akatsuki is amazing. And again, Kitsune from Finland says Fox God. Aji Saptaputro says a bunch of cool stuff in Indonesian, shouting out a bunch of people and asking if they have their coffee. Kopi mana kopi. Mine's empty, but I was drinking cold brew. I love here my Khalifa cold brew. Khalifa coffee. Yeah. Then we've got going on from the coffee. Kitsune from Finland says hi. And then Nur again. Nur Akbar says Salam Aji. On says Paji Aji. Okay, they're all having a little conversation. Aji says Kitsune from Finland. Hi. And On gives 5 cups of coffee and a cigarette. Very good. Nur Akbar says something in Indonesian. And then again says road resistance is cool. Cool. Kitsune from Finland. BMC is also fire. That sounds cool. I have to check that out. Okta says, Montap, uncle. Jangan. No, I don't know what they're saying. Cool. Thank you, Montap. And On gives 6 claps and 4 cups of coffee. That's very high marks from On. Generally doesn't give 6 claps. That's a lot of claps. Good. Thank you, On. Nur Akbar likes BXMXC. Likes them too. And then this is where we were having Alip Ba Ta. We were talking about him. Ashi says his channel is Alip Ba Ta. His real name is Alif Gastakyar. I think I said that close. Aji, thumbs up. That must mean I said it close. Nur Akbar says Alip Ba Ta is a forklift driver. Thank you, everybody, for sticking around here for the comments. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe for me. I'm going to do this every live stream now and make sure nobody is ever left out. And like I said, Super Chats get to go first. So, Nerdiancia, Alip Best of the Best, and Reactor of the Best. Wow. And Nur Akbar also says Alip Ba Ta is a forklift driver. Yes. Wow. We're the reactor of the best. Wow. I mean, I'm just trying to do a day's work here. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. I think collaboration is the key, to this live stream. Getting people to come on and share their songs and their interests and their opinions. And, everybody has different taste. And that's what makes the show interesting, right? Like, for example, today was the first time Jennifer ever came on with Kyle. And that was really interesting to me. So it's different every time. Tomorrow, hopefully, I'll have Sarah Olson and Eve. We'll see who else may be able to pop in and make tomorrow extra special. Thank you for subscribing. I appreciate it. Okay, going back to the chat. So, Ashi says, Met Paji. Okay, that's another greeting, I think. Thank you, Aji, for greeting people. Appreciate it. You're doing a great job. Thank you. Nerdiancia. More cool stuff in Indonesian. Kopi mana kopi, everybody. I already drank my coffee. Once again, Kitsune from Finland. Yeah, after listening again, this other dude's Weeaboo Baby Metal analysis, and hearing that he is a guitar teacher, I am pretty confident that he would appreciate something like Tales of the Destinies. That's going on the list, guys. Tales of the Destinies. Anybody else want it? Go ahead and chat it. Go ahead and comment it. That's all good. Okay. Kopi plus gula aren mantap. That's what Nur Akbar had to say. Appreciate that. Here's some more from Kitsune of Finland, because he clearly didn't understand that baby metal has nothing to do with web culture. They have done shows with Dragon Force, Korn, Sabaton, BMTH, Red Hot Chili Peppers, etc. Yep, I'm looking forward to seeing some of their live shows. Once again, Kitsune from Finland, and huge metal concerts like Tokyo Dome with 55,000 audience. That's on the list now. Kitsune from Finland again. Gimme Choco was not very good pick for first reaction. Okay, I understand. I do that all the time. I've made all kinds of mistakes, guys. Like I reacted to Rush 2112. I picked it when Jennifer only had like 20 minutes to make the video, and the song's longer than that. So it's like I've made all kinds of mistakes. I reacted to the wrong Alip Ba Ta. My Heart Will Go On. I did the one where, he played the flute and the guitar separate rather than the one that he played the flute and the guitar at the same time. I'm not perfect. It's okay. You're good. Go ahead. Give me your comments. Give me your chats. We're all good. Next thing we're going to go on here. It says, Gimme Choco is way towards the pop end of the baby metal scale. And it's just one of their fun songs. I thought it was fun. It was the video that went viral because of the WTF reactions it gets, not because it is their best. Okay. Thank you, Grington300. Kitsune from Finland says, Grington300. 300, nice to see you here. All right. Jennifer's music page says, it was interesting and they were very talented. Yeah, there's no way I can possibly be chatting while I'm doing this. There's too much else going on. So I'm going to do it like this. Pardon me. Couldn't get the mic muted in time there. Nur Akbar says, Heaven, Emma Ruth Rundle. I like. Added to the list. Grington300 says, they have about 50 songs. I would recommend at least 45 of the other songs for first hearing. Gimme Choco needs maybe 5 or 6 others to have been heard first, unless it is a proper live version. Okay. Grington300 says, Hi, Kitsune from Finland. Only just got here. Meant to tune in from the start. Well, it's all good. You get here when you can get here, guys. And I know I'm doing Japanese and Indonesian music. Well, it's like the middle of the night there for you guys. I don't expect you to stay up all night. You can always catch, as soon as I end the stream, it's gonna pop back up for you guys. You can watch it on the flip around. So we're all good. And, eventually these videos do get put up on my channel too. You might have to wait for a while. So if you want to skip the line, you can super chat and you can Patreon. That's how you skip the line around here. All right. Moving on. Kitsune from Finland says, wall of text. Grington300 says, haha, guilty. Jennifer's music page says, did I get lost? I'm trying to connect. Yep, that was when she must have gotten booted out of the room. The internet connection moment. Grington 300. I'll hang about, and I'm happy to answer any questions if they arise. See you, Kitsune from Finland. We have Cintabella saying, Montop! Thank you, Cintabella, for being here with us. Jennifer's music page says, thanks for hanging, guys. Grington 300 again. That wasn't the official video. I think I recall seeing many years ago. I don't know. That's what it said on thing. I don't know. I don't even know which one we're talking about now. Which video. Oh, well, it's all good. Shouting out to you all. Thank you for being here with me. Jennifer's music page says, yeah, it was quiet for sure. Okay, so that must be, we were talking about the Fleetwood Mac video. Like I said, it wasn't a modern master, so I just couldn't make it any louder. I was at 100% everywhere. Quickly. Evelyn says, woo! Kitsune from Finland, I am back. Thank you for coming back, Kitsune. Grington 300 makes a smiley face. I always like the smiley faces. Thank you. Chris Harris says hi. Hello, Chris. Jennifer Nur Akbar says hi, Jennifer and Evelyn. Evelyn Holland says hi, Nur Akbar. Kitsune from Finland, hi, Chris Harris. Everybody is greeting everybody. I love building community. This is so nice. Then Nur Akbar says Kurt Cobain is my favorite. Cool. Kitsune from Finland says, Kitsune up. Then Grington 300 says hi to Chris Harris. And Chris Harris gives a tomato and 22 presents. Thank you. Thank you for the tomato and the 22 presents. Jennifer's music page says, that was fun. Nur Akbar says, Nirvana, please. You want to see us react to Nirvana? Okay, I'll add that to the list. I don't think anybody's requested Nirvana yet. Next we have Nur Akbar. Oh, no, wait. Kitsune from Finland says Yui and throws 5 tomatoes. I think those are tomatoes. And I'll take it as nice. Thank you for the tomatoes. Nur Akbar says Jennifer, like Lisa Loeb. And then Nur Akbar says Lisa Loeb, please. Okay, adding to the list. Thank you, Nur. And the last chat today, unless you guys throw me one more, is Grington 300 for Tales of the Destinies. Look for the live version, the Baby Metal Reactor Resource Channel. It's the only place you'll find on YouTube. See? That's really cool. Thank you for the place to look. Because, you know, YouTube is huge, man. And it's just like so many different versions of all these songs and these videos. And so if I know exactly where to go, it makes it so much easier. Thank you so much. And we just had one new thing here. Kitsune from Finland says, Baby Metal Reactor Resource Channel is good. And Maurice Musica. Hi, Matthew. Good afternoon from Brazil. Thank you, Maurice. Shout out to everybody who was with me today in this over 2-hour stream. You know, I haven't been that great about, you know, doing the chats with you guys. You know, the way things have evolved, now's the time. So stick around with me on Mondays and Tuesdays. After I'm done on Thursdays, after I'm done with my concert. And I will go through all of your comments with you guys and talk to you. Shout out to each of you individually. This is all about building community. And I really appreciate you guys here being with me and supporting me. You can do your super chats if you want to skip the line. The more you donate in super chat, the higher you're going to skip up the charts on your request. Now remember, I'm never going to be able to do, you know, you chat, even if you super chat a request, it won't be the same stream. You know, for YouTube policy reasons, I have to at least make sure that everything in it is kosher. And, you know, there's nothing that violates any YouTube policies or procedures or terms of service or any of that garbage. And that's important because we want to have a friendly and safe community of reactions here on YouTube. And so, remember that I am working very hard to keep this organized. I'm getting more and more organized each week, each show. I'm coming into it more prepared. Everybody's getting their links up quicker. We're having less mic interference and feedback noise from scraping on our things. I had to put electrical tape on my headphones because like the plastic thing would like And you would hear it. That's not cool, man. I don't want that. So I put electrical tape on there to prevent that from happening. Like, this whole thing is a growing process. And, I really appreciate you guys being here with me as I learn and grow. And so if you want to support and help the channel to grow faster, the super chats are a great way to go, super stickers, but you can also support me on Patreon. Patreon.com/Matthew's Music Lesson Studio. For as little as $1 a month, you can really make a big difference. Thank you guys all so much. Please like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you guys all next time on The Sound Live. I'm alive. It's all right. I'll be back tomorrow, Tuesday, 10 a.m. Pacific time, for The Sound Live.